All right, Ken Flag, MMT, Mr. Flag. From the 10Q filing, the company expects its gross margin percentage to decrease in future periods compared to levels achieved in 2010 and anticipates gross margin levels of about 36% in the first quarter of 2011. Well, guess what, people? We just showed on the earlier video that I had a bid out there at 304.75. It came down and hit it, and we just sold out into it on buying that after hours knee jerk. And these articles love to come out after the closing bell. This expected decline is largely due to higher mix of new and innovative products that have higher cost structures and deliver greater value to customers, and expects the potential future components cost and other cost increases. Consensus calls for 7.5 up from 36.9, but that's not how it's going to be. It's at 36% or so. Now, MMTs, let me tell you what this means, MMTs. It's another form of inflation, MMTs. That means that inflation means that when they're buying the components to make their gadgets, that those costs are going to be higher, and they buy lots of stuff from SanDisk, lots of different things from different vendors that are in the semiconductor components. And if one thing about it is, MMTs, higher cost is also a forward-looking inflation indicator as far as I'm concerned, because they got to drop their margins. So when we had the financial crisis, what drove this stock to the levels that it did, it had very low cost in the components that they were buying. Now the cost of those components will go higher, MMTs. Therefore, MMTs, that means that the margins are not going to be as high for the Apple lovers. So basically, that's how this happens, and we're going to see how the public buys into it. Once again, MMT, you have it all right here. Higher mix and new and innovative products have higher cost structures. And like I said, moving forward is that it's not only going to happen here, it will happen across the board in other publicly traded companies as well in the smartphone space, because that means the way that I look at this kind of evidence moving forward is that means that the prices are going to go higher. That's a form of inflation. MMT, nice buy and after hours and exits off of that bottom of that news. MMT. Ken Flag, I had given orders out at 304.75 early in the morning, and we kept them orders down there for what we call a flash trade. And basically what he did was he came right down to this bottom in this after hours tick chart. It hit 304, and there was a $2 move off the bottom, Ken Flag, off of that news. Once again, learning how to trade the news, learning how to trade the headline events, MMTs, learning how to take advantage of that after hours move, and then reaping the benefits and the profits, MMTs.